JPEGMAFIA, in my opinion, his new album titled Veteran that came out recently this year, a few weeks ago. Personally, I think that Veteran, but in my opinion, JPEGMAFIA's new album Veteran that came out this year, I recently received a very positive review from Mr. Fantano, making a lot of people want to go check it out, including myself. In my humble opinion, personally, I think that Veteran by JPEGMAFIA that came out this year is in fact an album that personally, I just think that this album personally, in my opinion, Veteran by JPEG, I'm gonna keep stalling the whole review. We're never gonna get anywhere. I'm just gonna keep stalling my opinion. Alright, for real though, for real. In my opinion personally, I think this experimental rap album by JPEGMAFIA that came out this year, titled Veteran, that received a good review from Mr. Fantano, making me want to go check it out. That came out this year, a few weeks ago. In my opinion, I think that it is in fact, personally, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I like it. I think it's good. I enjoy it. I thought it was pretty decent. Yeah, it's sort of like, okay, I think the best way I can describe it, the most basic, easy way I can put it, alright? Take clipping, mid-C, and mix it with Childish Gambino's Because of the Internet. Bam, there you go. Like the beats of mid-C plus the rapping on Because of the Internet. That's exactly how this album comes off to me. I think these beats are jarring, they're weird, they're all clinky and shit. It's a terrible descriptive word. And they remind me of, like, clipping type stuff. But, his rapping is very Gambino to me. Very Gambino. Also, actually, you know what? I'll throw in Love is Rage 2 as well. It's like Love is Rage 2 because the Internet and Mid-City just all collided. And this is what came out of it, you know? Because there's a bit of a SoundCloud trappy kind of feel to it, like with the ad-libs and shit. Like, the very first thing he says on the whole album is, "She wanna sit on my lap, yeah." And the whole, like, wait kind of thing on the second track. Yeah, I mean, it comes off kind of Lil Uzi Vert-ish. Like, the very sporadic nature of it is very Love is Rage 2-ish to me. But I think that works in his favor, though. You know, I don't like Love is Rage 2, but I think that element of it, I think, does work for him. But yeah, it reminds me of Childish Gambino in the sense that, like, I personally, I know that Because the Internet is quite a divisive album. I personally have always really loved Because the Internet. I've always thought it was a really enjoyable listen. And one of the reasons why is because of Gambino's rapping. I think he does a really good job of blending, having technically impressive and enjoyable verses with being kind of tongue-in-cheek, charismatic, and funny. You know, you could see him as corny. I know a lot of people think he's corny on that album. I think he's corny as fuck on Camp. But Because of the Internet, I personally never really found him corny. I always thought it was kind of funny. I think he says corny shit, but he delivers it with a lot of charisma to the point where it kind of goes full circle, and I end up enjoying it. Like the whole, and I'm gonna pee, like shit like that is just dumb, but like he pulls it off well. I've always found him quite charismatic, you know? And I think the same applies to JPEGMAFIA's Veteran. I think he has the same quality. He says shit that you could see as corny, but I think he pulls it off with charisma and enough energy and enough confidence for it to come full circle and become entertaining. I think a good example of that line where he's like, "Riding around the city like I'm a side chick." Like, it's kind of corny, but like he just says it, I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, it's so direct. Like, he had some decent, of course, the Mike Seatown line was brilliant. Are you kidding me? A bitch with long hair like Mike Seatown. That shit was funny as fuck. That had me laughing. He had some funny moments. You know, again, you could see it as corny, and that makes sense. But I think his confidence, his energy, he's really like hype and animalistic. His voice is kind of yelpy, but I like it. I think it sounds cool. But yeah, and the beats. The beats are wild. The beats on this thing are crazy jarring. Like, Baby I'm Bleeding? That song I think was called Thug Tears. That shit was nuts. The track with the second track with the ODB shit where he's like going nuts and he's rapping over the yellow pink voice of ODB. That's just creative. Like, it just sounded really cool. I like the way he approached the production here. My biggest issue, though, however, the reason I can't really say I loved it, honestly. With repeated listens, I would say I enjoyed it, but there's just too much, like, filler, I think. There's just way too much filler on this thing. Like, a lot of tracks that, in my opinion, he just left. There was no reason for it. Like the song Dayum was just like, okay, what was the point of that? And like the song about like Neogaf, I was just like, alright, cool, whatever. Just like, okay. Yeah, I just thought it was just like, there was just so much filler. There were some more direct, I guess, accessible-ish kind of beats, I guess, like Panic Emoji, which I still thought that was pretty fun. And the album ended off quite slowly, but it has grown on me. Like the last like 3-4 tracks are more slow-paced and more patient, and I like it. I thought it ended off on a really like eerie, cool atmospheric note. But there were just so many filler tracks. Like, there were just so many tracks that are just completely pointless. Like, it feels bloated, and it's like kind of short. It's like 47 minutes, 19 tracks, which isn't massively long at all. It's kind of just a regular album length, but like, yeah, it felt kind of bloated to me, and it got a point where I feel like every song just kind of felt like a rush of adrenaline without like any substance. It was just like, oh, here's a crazy thing, and now on to the next crazy thing. It's like, okay, can we develop an idea to the point where it's like, okay, this is a satisfying thing that I can revisit. And I think he does pull that off on songs like Panic Emoji and that Thug Tears track. I might be getting that name wrong. I think it's called Thug Tears. But yeah, the first two tracks are a good example of that too. Baby I'm Bleeding is a decent example of that. Although I do think the intro of Baby I'm Bleeding does go on a little bit too long. But yeah, so it's not perfect. It's a little bit poorly grooved, but the beats are really interesting, and his rapping is fun. Like I think it's a fun, enjoyable MC. His bars, you can see him as corny. I think they're pretty funny. I think he pulls it off with a lot of confidence. So yeah, I'm feeling a 7. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. And I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for this guy. I think it's pretty interesting. It's very interesting. It's different. It's creative. It's unique. And I fuck with that. I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about Veteran by JPEGMAFIA, an experimental rap album that came out in 2016. Yeah, so that's that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.